Oh no, I was uploaded the podcast late. I guess this nerd just lost its cool for the podcast already. Get out of here. Get out of here, hater. It's back. It's the podcast I'm with you. It's only a couple of days late this time. Because I think I triggered some kind of curse. Like literally the day I was supposed to stream this, my OBS kept crashing, my mouse died, my transitions weren't working anymore. It was a bad time. But you know what? Nothing that can hold your man down. And so I am back, along with Miy and Ahmed and Neku, to discuss episode 8 and 9 of the anime, and to also very briefly talk about our comments about the Neo the World gameplay that came out. We won't be talking about it in very much detail because we don't want to spoil anybody who doesn't want to be spoiled. But if you do want to see our reactions to that trailer, that being myself and our reactions to it, we did upload a reaction video on our channel. Just check our YouTube channel or type on YouTube hashtag TPEWY reacts to find that video. And before we get on to the episode, I just wanted to thank Shinkojin, Zeta Slow, RSP, Willow, and Exilra for being our wonderful patrons and keeping this podcast up and running. Thank you all very much. I love you all in equal measure, even though some of you like Joshua. This has been a long intro, so without further ado, please enjoy episode 7 of this podcast with you. Bow! Bow? I've been doing these for too long, haven't I? Ladies and gentlemen, come hell or high water, come OBS crashes, come thunderstorms, come broken mice, we will not stop. We will never stop. For we have a mission, a goal in life. And that goal is to talk about every piece of news of the ones that comes out until this game comes out. No anime episode will go unnoticed. No Joshua pose will go uninsulted. No piece of hype for Neo unexplored. That is my goal. And it may have been delayed a couple of days, but here we are, back at it again. It's me, Amadeus _ Hello. I'm back again. Ahmed Neku, Miy, say hello.
I feel like you can never go a podcast without, well, like just an opening without insulting my boy.
Yeah. No, and you know what? It's only gonna get worse because you know what? I have been playing The World with you on my own channel. Twitch.tv/Amadeus _ streams Mondays and Thursdays. My own stuff. I have been streaming The World with you. So a lot of this stuff is becoming fresh in my mind again. I swear to you, this, like, the anime does not do him justice.
It really doesn't.
Of how much of a jackass he is. It's
actually a crime.
Yeah, and you're like, oh no, he's nicer in anime. Aw, damn. Like, ooh, it's too early. It's too early. It's too early for me to get mad.
It's never too early for you to get pissed about this.
We're also joined by Ahmed Neku.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I have been dealing with these two arguing for the last 4 episodes, and it's going to continue for the rest of my life. Yay!
I think it's actually 6 episodes.
Yeah, we've been arguing for way more than 4.
Yeah.
That's a good point, actually, and I hate to admit it.
This is episode 7, dude. We've been doing this for 7 episodes. Hot diggity damn.
14 weeks.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Actually a crazy number.
Speaking of crazy, you know karma? Are you familiar with the concept? It feels like every single week, like I'm reviewing, like, you know, I'm collating the agenda for the podcast. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Some stuff happened, but you know, I feel like this week, manageable. You know, it's manageable. And then immediately after I say that, some ridiculous stuff drops. This week it was the gameplay dropping. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Although, we're gonna talk about the gameplay. We're not gonna spoil anything about it. I know a lot of people in the community want to go unspoiled about the game until it comes out. So myself and Miy have watched it. If you want to see us react to it, you can go to our YouTube channel. This podcast is with you. If you search up hashtag TPEWY reacts, you'll find that video of us reacting to 20 minutes of the gameplay, myself and Miy. and you can see how we feel and how we peak our respective mics.
It's me, by the way. I'm the community. I'm the coward avoiding literally everything involving about this game. Don't make fun of me on Twitter.
This man expects to control the goddamn subreddit, the ones we use subreddit, and he thinks he's gonna avoid spoilers. It's cute. It really is. It's cute.
I never said I was sane. I never claimed to be sane, but I have a plan. Okay.
Interesting, but not as interesting as episode 8 of the anime. So real quick, we're doing episode 8 and 9 of the anime today. We go through episode 8 first, talk about some news and happenings and going-ons in the community, and then we're going to be going on to episode 9 of the anime. So, let's kick it off, shall we? And let's kick it off with a note to our good friends at Funimation.com. You know, I sent them a tweet. I tried to tell them about this. It seems that my mornings have gone unanswered. But it seems like the thumbnail for episode 8 is a little bunk. A little scuffed up. I don't know what anime that is. It looks like some sort of a Gundam. Neku, you're like a weeb. What Gundam is that?
Of course you're gonna single me out for this. I actually don't know.
Because you were building a Gundam set right before we started recording. Of course, I want to pick you out about this.
I got a present. I got a present from my lovely. I had to build it. Okay.
Present, like you didn't want it. Just tell me what Gundam that is.
It's actually not a Gundam. I genuinely do not know what that thing is. By the way, as of this recording, that thumbnail is still wrong. I am staring at it right now on Funimation.com.
Well, you can't say we didn't warn you, Funimation. Look, here's proof. Me tweeting at Funimation. Get this shit right. We're doing our bit for the community.
Trying to.
Maybe they'll listen soon. But other than the thumbnail, we went straight into the episode. Straight up. No hesitation. No slowdown. We just went straight into the episode. And we got beat in the face immediately. Not physically, like beaten up in the face. I mean, the character we got beat, and he got pushed in our face, and I'm very happy about it because he's shaping up to be my favorite character today. Honestly, this is kind of an opinion that's going to be justified by episode 9 as well, but it feels like he is a character that's gained the most out of this anime. Of all of them, for sure. You know what? Let me gush. I'm going to start us off by gushing about Beat real quick. And you can all gush about Beat as well.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
My man came in and punched a shark square in the nose. Killed it, and then punched the wall down. I love him. I love the way he does. It's just, he does what I love him. Like, I love that in general in characters. But he just seems to do whatever the hell he wants, and I love it. It's so. He also punched a wolf. I forgot about that. He punched 2 animals on a wall down. It's crazy. I love him. He has the goddamn sprite. He gets mad about his real name. He's such a bro. They're such homies. They're such homies. And he has a skin. God, man, he's just cool. I love it because like it's if any of you saw the preview. This is the last thing I'm gonna say before I'm moving over to somebody else. But if you saw the paid preview they had of the anime way back, oh God, it was a long time ago now.
That was literally 4 months ago.
Oh my God.
4 months ago,
Wow.
we paid $30 to watch a Japanese interview at like 3 in the morning.
God, that's.
Oh my God. Bad memories.
But Beat's voice actor was like super energetic. I was like, I can't wait to hear this man voice Beat, and he's done a fantastic job. He has way more of a chance to shine because it's an anime and he has a bunch of lines to do as opposed to just like 6 or 7 that he has recorded for The Ones With You, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't
so
quite
high energy.
Yeah.
Such high energy.
Like I was gonna ask, like, what did you think about Beat?
I love him. They're really doing him justice. They're not messing up his character at all. Because like Josh is a little toned back, but Beat's like, Beat's same old, and I love him. That's something
I was about
Ahmed
to say, the comment I was
on.
about to make was, it feels like there's some salt behind that comment of they're not toning him back.
Well, Miy, do you wish your character got the Beat treatment? Talk to me. Is that what you wanted?
Maybe. They went all in with they made the show a little bit more chaotic.
Yay, they did. Let's go. And he's not even done yet. Okay, yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Add it to the counter. I want that added to the counter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe they're making Joshua nicer, so the betrayal feels even worse.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You whatever helps you sleep at night. Whatever helps you.
I have a point though.
She does. She honestly does. I do agree with her there.
You have a point, boo boo. It's all good. You know what?
Moving on.
Neku, how did you feel about Beat in this first episode?
It is so interesting and so jarring to realize how much energy Beat actually has when he's able to speak all of his lines. And the way they're animating him, it feels like they're putting a lot of care and effort into making him the loud and rambunctious skater boy that we all know and love to like the nth degree. The dude literally rolls in, punches a shark's nose off, breaks a wall, punches a wolf later, and then throws his skateboard at a pair of reapers. Like, I need you to calm down, buddy. I need you to slow down. You're starting to break me here.
He just doesn't give a damn. I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, he's really good. I'm really enjoying seeing him on screen. It's really fun seeing him interact with Neku and stuff. But he didn't come alone because weirdly they only waited until now to show us Noise Rhyme. Even though Noise Rhyme showed up in like starting from the second week. Like as soon as we got Reaper Beat, we also got Noise Rhyme. But like I guess because of budget restrictions and the fact that Noise Rhyme is a 3D model, they kind of decided to cut back until week 3. How do you feel about Noise Rhyme, Miy?
I love her. I want a plushie so I can just like cuddle her. Okay, I will protect. I failed to protect. That's a whole other thing. But she growls. She makes the cutest little noises, and I hate Konishi.
Oh, you about to hate her more today. So Neku, how much would you pay for a Noise Rhyme plush?
Depending on the size, probably like $40-50. It's really good.
Millions. The answer is millions. All money.
If I could afford the skateboard, I would have said millions, but I couldn't afford the skateboard. Okay,
that's fair.
I forget how
Reference
much.
back to episode 1, by the way. Go back and watch episode 1 if you want to hear us screaming about a skateboard none of us can afford.
I feel like if they were to make a rhyme noise plush, it'd be similar to like the Kingdom Hearts Meow Wow and Cherothy plushes. They're kind of small, like they're literally the size of my hand. I have it in my hand right now. I forget how much.
They're very small.
Yeah, but it's a cute size. But it was, I think it was around 30 to 40.
Yeah, if it was like the size of like my hand or like halfway up my lower arm, I would be okay with that. Mm-hmm. My thoughts on Noise Rhyme is she's absolutely adorable, and please, I want to have her back. Like give Rhyme back to Beat, please. That boy does not need more trauma. He already watched his little sister die. Please, no more trauma.
I mean, he got slightly less trauma in this because of something we're
I
talk about later.
agree with that. The only thing that really stuck out to me is the same thing we mentioned earlier. Where the fuck was she in week 2? Mm-hmm. Where? There was no excuse not to use a 3D model the entirety of week 2, and then suddenly she comes out of nowhere at the beginning of week 3 and becomes a super powerful asset for Beat to use. I'm mad.
Yeah. It's odd because because like in the game, you see this little tiny noise on Beat's shoulder, and you're like, "Oh, what's that cute little noise? What's he doing with it? He has a little pet. Oh, that's cute." And then you just like kind of brush it off for the rest of the week, and then when you get to week 3, you're just like, "Oh shit, that's a rhyme."
Well,
It's definitely one of those. It's one of those things where we realize that Reaper have been sending noise after us this entire time, and that Beat shows up and does not use the noise to attack us, and we're like, wait a minute.
Huh? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that thing! Couldn't hurt anything. Look at it! Look at the little claws.
I agree with
I'm
that.
gonna go. She couldn't hurt us. She couldn't hurt a soul. Oh, it hurts.
I need to put this meow wow down because I can't look at it the same after Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. But moving on.
Yeah,
Oh
let's
boy,
not
let's
talk
not
about
get into that.
Let's
Moving on.
Mine and I will have that conversation later. We'll be fine. We'll be
Oh,
crying our
God.
eyes out.
I don't want to steal whatever Kingdom Hearts podcast's thunder. Not that I won't though. Fight me, Kingdom Hearts podcast, if you're out there. But
We don't
moving
need
on.
to declare war.
Oh, I'm out here declaring war. I'm all about this chaos,
no.
man. Just like show.
Okay. No. We don't need to have more fights with the KH fandom.
No,
Moving on.
I'll take you on.
So outlet pins are a thing.
No. Let's settle this right now. Let's get the.
You know what? Let's do this the right way. Kingdom Hearts podcast. If you actually have a podcast platform, DM us at TPEWY_PR. And let's settle this.
Yeah,
Let's have a joint episode.
Let's settle how stupid Sora's hair is. You heard me.
Oh,
You heard me.
kind of valid though.
I'm calling you
Let's
out.
just bring it on. Bring it on.
I'm calling you out. Speaking of call outs, outlet pins.
That is what is the weakest transition Ahmed's ever done for 500, Jeff?
It's not important. It's not important. I just really wanted to move on to the Kingdom Hearts thing. I'm gonna be real with you.
That's fair. Let's move on to outlet pins.
So they're called outlet pins. So we've only known them as O pins, so I guess they're called outlet pins. But more importantly, I think Neku had this observation. Want to say what was up with it?
So one of the weirdest things I've ever thought about was the fact that when the O pin activates, it gives the Reaper a boost. And it's pretty obvious that the Reaper is more powerful because they're using bigger stuff, they're summoning bigger noise and whatever. One of the Reapers in this episode activated the O pin and got the red eyes from being hypnotized, but was still fully conscious. Like the Reaper wasn't being mind controlled. Like it wasn't Our Countless Days. It wasn't the whole spiel, but the Reaper was fine. I always thought red eyes meant you were being mind controlled. What happened here?
I don't know, man.
That wasn't the real open. He was wearing red contact lenses. Red eyes then went on to be the fashion storm of a century.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you have it. I'll still be salty about it in the back corner. I don't mind go sitting in the corner and fucking screaming about it to myself.
Yeah, sit in your corner, lore nerd. Although to be honest, you have a really good point. You do have a really good point.
Yeah, personally, I just thought that like maybe it meant that like it's been activated, but that like it's weird with like the whole Megumi part of it because everyone what I'm assuming is that whenever it's like being used, maybe your eyes are red. And so like Megumi, when he activates them and, you know, takes control of Shibuya, it's also being, you know, technically activated. So that's just my sense. But I don't know.
The only reason why I disagree with that is because what happens in episode 9, but I won't say it here because, you know, that's later.
I
don't know, man.
I don't know. But yeah, it's a weird little thing. It's a weird little quirk. But hey. We can live with it. Oh, Hanakoma being, yeah, you know what? Might talk about that.
Okay. So Hanakoma, like the reason that he saved Beat was because he like emphasized with him That's not the word.
Emphasize.
Empathize with
Empathize, I think you mean to say.
yes, that's what I'm saying. Empathized with Beat and Rhyme because Rhyme saved Beat. And so that's what it says in like the secret reports. But like it is also just like becomes really evident to me. And I don't even think I really thought about it when I went through the game. Beat was just kind of plan B to deal with the composer. Yeah, Hanakoma just like when he gives him the noise pin of Rhyme, is just like, hey, here's a little tip. You should just go become the composer. And I'm just like thinking, oh, Hanakoma's really telling him to go kill his friend. And it's just a little sad. Like Hanakoma's really he doesn't want to have to take down Joshua, but he has to for the sake of Shibuya. But yeah. Because like the plan A was Sho, but that didn't exactly work out.
It would have for like damn Megumi. Grumble. But he's not gonna be down for long.
Or for Megumi using Neku.
Yeah, that's it. He was so powerful. He had to send OP Ginger Boy at him. What a guy. Okay.
What a phrase.
So yes. Speaking of Megumi, we have we've had arguments about whether this is subtle or not. I think it's pretty subtle.
I thought it was subtle.
But so me and Miy have been having an argument with Neku about whether that was subtle or not. Megumi kind of looking at his hand, like, my hand. And it's out of what's in his palm is out of frame, and like, well, we know that he's looking at his own timer because we're pro gamers. But anybody who doesn't know that doesn't know what that shot's about. It just seems like a cool side shot. So yeah, I think it's a pretty neat hidden in plain sight thing. And people who are watching anime is gonna, if they watch back the anime, they're gonna be like, oh shit, it's pretty cool. I like it. Neku disagrees.
I disagree harshly. It's the shot has Megumi looking directly at his palm, and his hand is in the center of the screen, and he's looking at his hand and he's saying, I'm running out of time. We know what that means. To people who have played the game, that is very obvious. He's looking at his timer. I'll agree for new viewers, it's not something they'll be aware of, but I don't think it's a subtle thing. Because it's like, hey, I'm looking at my hand, the center of the frame, and you can see my entire hand outside of the timer itself. And that just bothers me for some reason.
It's subtle in the way that if you don't know what's going on there, you wouldn't think much of it.
I think that's what we're trying to explain. Like, I mean, I don't catch a lot of these things first round. I catch a lot more on the second time around when I'm watching these episodes, because the first one I'm just watching for enjoyment. I'm not trying to analyze every single second, so I didn't notice it at first. Ahmed pointed it out to me.
I'll say first time around we're all screaming together. Second time around we start actually taking notes.
But it's not obvious for newcomers.
Yeah,
I agree. It's not obvious for newcomers. For people who actually know what that means, it's like, really.
But
that's just me.
I don't know. It's not like something that is negative. It's like to me, it's a nice touch.
I guess for me, it's just a little too in your face.
Well, that's because you know what it is. But
yeah,
like, it'll be good for like people that are blind going back through when they rewatch the anime and they look through like little bits and pieces, little hints that have been dropped here and there about what's really going on behind the scenes, and that'll be something that they notice.
Yep,
I can agree with that.
Cool. We did it finally. Ahmed and Miy working. You know what? Give me your hand. Finally,
Yeah.
There you
go. Working together.
For now.
Now. Until we get to episode 9. So yes, that happened. Uzuki being a massive brown nose and she really want to get up in the ranks, which is sort of that kind of makes sense for her, considering like how much she cares about authority and how much she really wants to get a promotion.
She really wants to get up there and do more things. That's her entire character.
Yeah.
And they're selling it really well here by her. Again, as we've established before, I speak a little bit of Japanese. She's speaking not like super formal old Japanese, but she's speaking formal Japanese to her boss, which is normal. But Karya speaks like plain Japanese to Konishi, which is super weird until you remember that Karya has the power of an officer.
Yeah.
Karya's like as powerful as she is.
He just doesn't try half the time.
He don't care. I love Karya. He's always so laid back. He's also so invested in like the plot and like the beginning of the episode. He's just like, oh, is this the end? He's like, oh wait, no, there's beat. We're good. It's still entertaining.
Yeah.
He's just there to have a good time,
Yeah,
okay? He's there to watch the chaos.
He's just like, he has his snacks. He's like, oh, this is some good shit.
He has how many lollipops in his hand? He literally has lollipops on him at all times.
He is just freaking rude with all the an endless supply of lollipops.
Yeah, he had a bouquet at one point. I was like, why does he have a bouquet of lollipops?
Because lollipops are life, bro.
Apparently so. Moving on, we have the undertunnel scene, which first of all, we get our first instance of the Beat being embarrassed of his real name thing, which was great. Also, this is where Kunoichi collects Beat's entry fee. Now, I was ready for a squish. I was super ready for a squish. I was ready to hear it, just rhyme scream in pain as she gets squished and get turned into a pin. And I was like, ah, yes, let me grab my popcorn and watch my tears flow into the popcorn. That didn't happen though. I think they're gonna avoid the whole using rhyme as a pin thing entirely in this anime. So instead, how do I do this in a way that appeases the sponsors? She took rhyme and she absorbed her into her chest, let's say. Now, Twitter, can you come over here real quick? Twitter, we need to have a chat. Just me and you. No one else to be here. Just Twitter. You need to chill, Twitter. Chill. You don't gotta be horny all the time, all right? You don't gotta screenshot Kunoichi grabbing Rhyme and storing her in her body and be like, I wish I was Rhyme right there. You don't gotta do that. You don't gotta do that. You don't gotta simp at every shopkeeper, all right?
You know what's even funnier? On the subreddit, there was a particular post that came up. Konishi has a moment where she stomps on Beat's chest to make him stop moving.
No.
Oh my no, all right. You know what? As the host of this podcast ends with you, I don't think the coming adult content warning. Woo, woo, adult content. Here it comes. No, go on. Do the adult content.
There were a lot of people that were like, "Oh, I wish that boot was on me," and I'm like, "Wow."
Ooh.
Multiple posts that were reported to me.
As Eddie Burback once said, yikes. Big yikes.
As for why we didn't get a squish, I think it's because they haven't established that taboo noise can become pins. Because when you think about it, if you kill a taboo noise on like harder or higher, you can get them as a pin. They haven't established that noise can be pins in the anime.
Oh yeah, they haven't. That's true. Yeah.
No,
so that might be why they just went yoink.
Did they kind of do that with Rhyme, like in that flashback with Hanakuma? I can't remember it very well.
Yes. When Beat explained why Rhyme was a noise, it actually shows Hanakuma handing him the Rhyme pin.
Was it the pin? Because I remember him having Rhyme noise.
I remember being the pin, but I will find out.
Because I'm pretty sure he said that he made a pact with the pin.
Yes, I think that was what happened. Yes.
But I don't remember seeing the pin. I just remember seeing Pretty Little Rhyme.
No, I remember it being the pin, but maybe I'm crazy.
Moral of the story: stop being horny, Twitter. And by extension,
that's never gonna happen.
Reddit.
You know better. That's
Yeah,
not
no.
going to happen.
You know
Right.
what's like? I absolutely okay. Konishi, I like her. I don't hate anyone in this game, but I hate her.
With good reason.
But, yes. And
Why
like
do
you
you
know
hate
what's
her?
missing from the anime? It's her evil laugh where she goes I
That
don't
was
know why.
uncanny.
Oh, yeah,
I need
that was
you
actually
to
pretty
never
good.
do that again.
Yeah, I was about to say that's really good. Yeah.
Please, dear God, never again.
Please do it again so I can put it as my ringtone. Please. I'm asking nicely.
No. You can go back and find that shit in the recording.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Anyway, okay. Kunoichi, what could she have possibly done? This lady just wants to do her job, wear a maid outfit to work. I mean, really, what's wrong with her? What did she
she's
do to hurt
sadistic?
you? What did she do to hurt you?
Rhyme. Oh, but she also
This is where you
Yeah,
this is where you
yeah.
talk about the other thing. Okay, I'm trying to be subtle. Okay. All right, no, you know what? We're gonna try it again. We're gonna try it again. I'm gonna ask the question again, and
One
this
more
time
try.
you're gonna do it. Okay.
Hey,
Alright.
Mai, why do you hate Kunoichi so much? How could she have possibly hurt you?
she killed my band, okay? She F you.
Wow, even censored yourself for that one. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I don't know how I censored myself for that one. Usually I wouldn't care. But yeah, no, she killed 777 just like she does in the game. But like what really killed me about that scene, so Tenho and BJ, they didn't die in week 2 in the anime. I mean, sorry, in the game, but they died in week 2 of the game. Sorry, wow, I'm fucking this up. And
Because you're
Well,
about to
there
cry.
goes-
It sounds like you're about to cry, that's why.
All right, you know what? Mai, I need you to take 5 deep breaths. Here we go. Okay, Mai, you can do this.
Okay, that was 4. That was 4
I-
deep breaths, but they were cries. Let's try again.
Yes. You know what? You tell the story while I mop up the tears from the floor.
There we go. Here's a rag.
Okay, thank you.
Oh
All right.
god. But yeah, no, she literally killed them. But so like Tenho and BJ, they got erased by Taboo Noise. It honestly makes me so sad that they got erased in the second week because they made it to the end of the game. I'm pretty sure. Because I don't remember seeing them get erased at all. We saw a bunch of their twins getting erased, but I never saw them. But yeah, and then 777's wearing their hoodies, and it's so sad. And then Konishi's just like, "Fuck you," and it erases him. And I'll never forgive her. I hate her. She's the worst. Okay.
So obviously this makes Kunoichi my favorite character in Nintendo
Oh,
by
you suck.
default. No,
Oh,
it's
amazing.
it's funny, right? Because I actually quite like the way she's depicted in this.
Oh yeah.
She's
yeah,
very
it's-
close to the
yeah.
game.
Yeah.
It's quite good. She comes off as quite cunning, and she comes off as quite like a little bit more sadistic than she is in the game, even though she's quite sadistic.
Oh yeah, they
game.
nailed her. Yeah, but I still hate her.
Why are all the week 3 characters the best portrayed characters so far in this anime?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, I
But-
honestly, and you're gonna hate me for this, I think she has a better sense of character in the anime than Show does right now.
Whoa! Whoa!
I agree.
Whoa! No, you're not allowed to agree. You're biased. What the hell are you talking about?
The show is a flat
If-
character.
What?
No, I'm not even saying Show is a
Well,
flat
no, no,
character.
well,
I'm saying Konishi, as of right now, where we are in the anime, has a stronger sense of character than Show did last week. You can feel what her goal is and how sadistic she is from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
I can agree with that. I can learn to live with that fact.
what I'm trying to say with the whole show thing as a flat character, I don't mean it like here. That's just me saying it in simple terms. His goal, you know, you don't really know it. You just know he's chaos. That's all you know. He's just chaos.
Which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he like Kunoichi definitely has like a very clear sort of this is what I want to do, whereas Sho just kind of does whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah.
Even though it's weird because he does have a goal in the game. I just like when does that goal become clear?
In
the game?
This week. Not next episode, but next episode. Episode.
Yeah, I'm pretty
10,
sure
no,
it's like
11.
day 4 or 5.
Okay, that's when. Okay, that's when. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay, I get you. But yeah, no, I like her. I like the way she's depicted a lot. It's pretty. It's pretty good. It's pretty sadistic. I kind of can't wait to see what her fight's gonna be like. Because
Oh yeah.
I kind of want to see what that fight's gonna look like animated.
It's gonna be fucking nuts.
I'm more scared about Twitter.
Same.
Speaking of fights, you know what, Nick? You can talk about this because I know we both have this issue. What have you been noticing about every fight scene that Neku's been in the anime?
Why is he always using fire pins?
It's always the same goddamn fire pin.
It is
It's just
actually
upgrading.
infuriating because every single fire pin in the game actually has a different effect. It looks different. Why is every single fire pin look the exact fucking same?
I don't know. It's really odd.
It is a little odd.
Because like they show like it's funny because sometimes they'll show like they showed like the Dragon Couture one of like this pin. I was like, oh cool, it's gonna like he's gonna like hold his hand on his headphones and the flow's firing the flow. No, he's just gonna shoot fire out of his hands again.
Yep.
At least
And
he
again,
uses a
and again,
boomerang.
and again, and again, and I am losing my mind over here if you can't tell.
It's really unfortunate because when they use other pins, it's really cool. Like they used the boomerang in that episode. That was pretty cool. The shield thing was pretty all right.
Like in week 1, he was using the ice spikes a lot, but he's not using them anymore.
It feels like the animators were like, how can we make things seem different without spending more monies? Oh, let's just give him a bunch of fucking fire pin.
If they're gonna give him like a really powerful pin that he only like one choice of pin, just give him lightning rook. Yeah, it doesn't make sense of when he gets it, but at least that one is powerful and excusable.
It's also
I agree with that.
If you want to use a really iconic pin, right? Why not use the slash pin?
Yeah,
That's such a
He
way
has
more
not
obvious
used-
choice to
He
me.
hasn't used the slash pin.
He has used one Jupiter the Monkey pin. His brand, he has used one.
Yeah, and that was day one.
No. I'll have you know. Episode 1 in that opening fight scene, he is shown using the first slash pin and kicking a frog. That happened.
Yeah,
We
that's
did-
the
we
first
did-
slash pin. We've only used one J of the M actual pin because that slash pin was unbranded.
We've seen him punch other noise. Like we saw him punch a dog. I can't like say what episode it was, but we've seen him punch noise. But there wasn't like a.
I think he also used the like uppercut pin in that first episode too.
He did.
In episode 1, he uses J of the M uppercut.
Yes.
He doesn't even use it like on a noise. He uses it to get onto a light, and then uses fire.
As you do.
Like, do you want to know why this is so infuriating? There are 323 pins in The World Ends With You. I feel like we've only seen 10.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually a problem. I agree with that.
And the other part is because they're using the same goddamn pens over and over, the fights are boring
Yeah.
in this episode, or is that just me?
They're not as impressive as they were in like the first week, and I mean like the final boss fights are always good. But definitely the best one has been the one against Sho. But they're just not like my big problem with them is that I love seeing the fusion attacks. But they use them so much in that second week, and now they're just kind of using it as like the final attack, which makes sense, but like let them fight a bit more. before you use it.
My problem with the fusion attacks in this anime is that they're so like wishy-washy about how the hell they work compared to the game. Like okay, week 1, right? First of all, spoilers for episode 9 of the anime. Every single one of the partners gets their level 3 fusion except for Shiki.
Where's our kaiju fight? Where's the kaiju?
Where is the kaiju fight?
Technically.
I really wanted it. It's unfortunate it couldn't happen.
I'm guessing that their technicality is Mr. Mew getting big. At least it's like some type of like, you know, reference to it, but he wasn't shooting lasers out of his eyes. They weren't standing on his shoulder. He wasn't the size of a skyscraper.
Yeah.
You know what's actually going to bother me if this happens, and people can timestamp this. If we get to the final fight of the game, and suddenly we get Kaiju Mr. Mew, you bet your ass I'm gonna be pissed.
It would be cool though. I'd be okay with that. I'd be
happy. I would love to watch it, but I'd be angry.
Yeah, it was really missing from the Higashizawa fight.
Yeah.
Like that would have been literally the perfect time for Kaiju Mr. Mew.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird. Like I guess like week 1, I guess them attacking in sync was the fusion attack. Week 2, they had the meter thing that was all right. Week 3, now like he uses Beat uses the chains and it's not even a fusion attack. Like it's just a regular
he
thing
can just
he has
use his
now.
chains.
I don't know. They're playing very fast and loose with the fusion attacks in this anime, which is kind of unfortunate. But alas,
It's just so weird, man. That's all I got.
I think other than the fusion attack, so I do think like it is. There's a couple of things I want to talk about the episode still. One of them is this is something that really bothered me, to be honest with you. They don't talk about Neku's entry fee. I don't know why they don't talk about Neku's entry fee here. It's honestly like I thought for sure they were gonna tease it last episode and leave a cliffhanger at that. Because that would have been such a good cliffhanger of, oh, jackass, you like players so much? Well, guess their entry fee. You're on your own now. Bye-bye. And then play the end. That would have been such a good... I don't know how this anime keeps missing really good cliffhangers. It's really unfortunate.
My guess is what they're going to do is just like on day 6 or 7, probably day 7, when Konishi's like going to be like, oh, well, this is Rhyme's entry fee. I'm sorry, no, B's entry fee. Rhymes with something else. Maybe that'll be like when Neku finds out what his entry fee was too. Maybe. I don't know.
The only thing I could see happening is when our players get to Dead God's pad, Megumi is going to do like an exposition dump.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
He's going to be like, oh, you wonder why you couldn't find a partner? It's because I stole all of them. And I'm going to be like, okay.
It's just it would have been such a good way to like just add heat to Megumi of just like, oh, this fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Like, and like I don't know. I kind of wish they did it. I kind of wish they did it this episode, but they didn't.
They didn't do it in episode 9 either.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But one thing this episode does do kind of well is that this anime does do a good job of like showing the growth and development of Neku throughout the weeks. Does it like to me it feels a little bit jarring because it feels a little fast, but I think that's just more because of the format of the episodes and the fact that you just don't get to spend as much time with Neku as you do in the games, so it feels a little fast.
Yeah.
But they do show his development.
Yeah, you don't get all of his like inner monologue. You get some, but not all of it. It definitely is missing some of like the humor stuff. Just like certain lines and stuff. But it's understandable. Like, I mean, it's an anime adaptation. They have to go fast. But
yeah.
It's just a time limitation. That's the only problem. Because at this point, from like week 2 forward, we have... Well, at the beginning of week 3, we have a big monologue from Neku on his own. He's like, hey, this is my final game, and I'm here, and I'm going to be here. I'm going to trust my partner. I'm going to do this right. and then he can't find anybody. In the anime, it's, hey, you have to get you have to go get to 104, and he starts looking around, and all of a sudden you realize there's walls everywhere, and he's like, wait, I'm screwed. But they don't have him acknowledge the fact that he wants to try harder.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they did. In fairness, they had like the whole scene at the end of episode 7, where Neku's like, "Oh, I didn't trust my partner, and now he's dead."
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As for this episode in general, it was, I feel like, the most like true to the game in terms of everything that happened. Because nothing was really changed except for like Rhyme not being squished.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely, it was like a good episode. Not my favorite, but it was good.
I quite liked it. I didn't like it as much as other episodes, but there's certain things, again, Beat and Kunoichi kind of make this episode for me. Like, they're just that good, especially Beat. Holy shit. But yeah, it was accurate. There was action. Uzuki and Kario was fun. It was pretty good. It didn't have that much action in it, but it was pretty fun. Neku.
The one thing I'm actually really happy about is the fact that all the characters now feel very focused. But I'm also happy about one other thing, and I'm very, very proud of it. I called the fact that Beat was protecting Neku and Josh from the noise in Pork City. I was
I'm
so
not
proud of that.
I don't know if you're actually right about that. I still think that's up for interpretation. Because like how I read that entire piece of dialogue is I thought it was Uzuki going to be like, oh, you were protecting Neku despite what Thing told you. I can't remember. I'm gonna watch it back, but I don't know.
The way, literally, her line, I'm probably gonna quote it wrong, but it was literally along the lines of, what is his mission to protect those two from the noise? Is this game a joke? I don't even understand what's going on happening anymore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what she says. I am still like, he was definitely protecting Neku and Joshua. Definitely from his own free will. At least I'm still concerned. I still am convinced about that.
Yeah, I think so
I will
too.
definitely say I was wrong about me saying Megumi gave him that mission, but I was definitely right that he was actively trying to protect Neku and Josh. And I was very proud of the fact that I caught that.
I don't know if anybody's going to argue with you about that, but you know what? If you're happy, I'm happy, Neku. In fact, I'm happy for you. In fact, I'm going to give you the clap sound. There you go. I'm so proud of you. I'm very, very proud.
You.
Speaking of Pride, happy Pride Month, first of all. Second of all.
Yes, actually. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Second of all, let's talk about something. Let's talk about some news. And because we're extremely egotistical, we're going to talk about news related to this podcast first.
Wow.
You know what, Mai? I feel like you should do the honors and talk about what's been happening with the Twitter.
All right. Yeah, so we have officially rebranded our Twitter for the podcast. So we are now.
Yay!
Yay! Now it makes things so much easier, except when Ahmed had to go and change all of our links.
Yeah, all of them.
All
of them.
And he's still missing some, I'm pretty sure.
It was so it's so easy.
But yeah, so now we are TPEWY_PR. We were the Neku for Smash campaign. But we you can look at our pinned message to see just a little explanation. I think that it should be within that. Yeah, it should be in there. But basically, we just I'm more focused on the podcast. And when I joined the Twitter with Luca a year and a half ago, I was more on the TPEWY side of things, more so than the Smash things. So just after Luca left and I became the owner, I didn't really have much connection to Smash, so this has just been a long time coming, and so I'm glad that it worked out with the podcast and brought these two boys on. They have
Exactly,
definitely
yeah.
made it a lot easier for me.
Yeah, it's again another handshake. Show Clan and Joshua Clan come together for a powerful move.
Yes.
So yeah, no, it's super cool. I'm glad. First of all, I'm glad that you're putting enough faith in the podcast to sort of bring it on, because that really like that means a lot to me. It's like this is a thing like that I said at the very start, is like, if this when we were talking about this, I told my like, if this thing crashes and burns, I will still be working on it. I don't want the Twitter's reputation to ride on this podcast succeeding. But these guys had enough faith in the podcast to just do it anyway. So it means a lot to me that you did do that.
Yeah, I was concerned about the community, but we thought we were gonna lose like so many followers. We gained so many.
Boy, yeah, we like.
We would be wrong. We got like 60 in a week. I was like, hello.
Yeah, it was unreal. We were legit ready to lose like at least like 100 followers.
Mm-hmm. No, we gained 100.
I will be the first person to say that I was the one that said be prepared to lose people, because people may not want to stick around for this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was dead wrong.
It happened more so on the Discord. We lost some people, but
Yeah,
it was more
in the last month since the rebrand, we almost gained a full 100 followers because people were retweeting the master thread so much.
Yes.
That master thread did so well. I was surprised.
Genuinely was shocked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so just thank you to everyone who has been supporting us and this rebrand, and I love you guys.
Yeah, for real. No, you guys made it such a massive success. Which means that thankfully that now we can go on twitter.com/TPEWY_PR, and that is now the official podcast Twitter page. Important note is that not much is actually changing in terms of our content. It just means that we can be a bit more honest with ourselves as to what kind of content we're just doing now.
Exactly.
Yep.
So there's not actually a ton changing. We're still going to be doing the same kind of thing. It's just it means a couple things. It means, first of all, that I can post more because like now people know that I'm linked. Now that like because I host podcasts, a lot of people can now kind of expect me to post a lot more on there. Which means, you know, get ready for some math puns. See, she's happy, so happy about it.
Uh-huh.
It also means that yeah, that's just our central contact point now for everything podcast, and it means that we can grow more and people can identify us, and it's just really nice.
Yeah,
like,
you know, in the
go ahead.
future, if Neku does get announced to Smash, we'll definitely cover it. We're just not gonna
Absolutely
be
cover it.
talking
Yeah.
about Smash.
For sure. Like we will be all over that if that does happen. It's just no longer our central focus. It hasn't been since Luca left. Again, like Smash has not just been part of our focus, and we're just being honest about that now. So yeah, that's some self-congratulatory pat on the back to us section of this podcast. And now we can, unless you want to say something about this, Neku.
Nope, you guys pretty much covered everything.
Okay. Then let's talk about the week ahead, starting with this weekend. E3 is happening now. We do have this tweet that's talking about a world premiere from Idios Montreal with Square Enix for their summer 2021 presentation. Now, I don't know if this is all they're showing, because over here it's they're just talking about Babylon's Fall, Life is Strange, and Marvel's Avengers. I don't know if Square Enix is going to have another presentation for all their other stuff or not, because this seems like, and it's not just about TPEWY, because honestly, like, I think I speak for some of us in the podcast particularly that we're kind of okay not hearing any more about the game until it comes out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm definitely on that boat. Like, especially after that gameplay video, I'm like, okay, I have full confidence in this now. I feel like we might get like one last trailer, like a release trailer or something.
I think we might. And I'll eat it up, but I'm always nervous about these trailers from Square Enix. So far they've done okay. They haven't like spoiled anything.
Yeah.
Square has always been very good about making trailers that don't give you a lot of context.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the Kingdom Hearts trailers, going back to Kingdom Hearts for a minute, when Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out, there were a lot of trailers and people were screaming out the fact they were showing so much. And a lot of people rightly told them, you have no context for any of this. This is probably nothing. And guess what? It was nothing.
Oh, yeah.
And Square is very good about leading like that.
Yeah. And, you know, it's but you know, it's good that we have a franchise that, you know, there's only one version of each character. It really helps with us keeping track of. That's right, Kingdom Hearts podcast. I'm calling you out again in the same podcast. Come at me, bro. I'm ready. I got my megaphone. I got my Glocks. I'm good. I'm super prepared for this.
He actually has the guns ready. I don't even have my bat on me. He has the guns ready. I'm out of here.
But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. They might not. Like, I'm expecting, like, I want to see Final Fantasy 16 stuff. I want to see. Well, I don't know if we'll actually see. We probably won't see any Final Fantasy 14 stuff because that kind of has its own thing. But
we might get another Endwalker trailer, but we're not sure yet because we did get the official trailer last time.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll only we're just gonna have to kind of wait and see what happens with Square Enix at E3.
Also, this is probably the good time for us to officially say we will probably not be covering this live.
Yeah.
We'll probably just be shouting about it on Twitter.
Either shouting about it on Twitter. If I really get the tinglies that something big is gonna happen, I might record it and put it up. But it's probably
you don't want it to be like the last time when you got to the end and you're like, God damn it!
Yeah,
I was there for that. I warned him to keep his expectations down. He didn't listen.
I also, guys, I'm tired. Like it's been a rough.
We need a break.
Well, like between like last week and all that mess with OBS and the crashing and all that, and that really affected me really hard, and then. Before that, we had an interview, and the week before that, we had a podcast. We've been pretty rapid fire these past couple of weeks, so I need to cool off a bit. So if something big happens, I'll react to it, or we'll pull something together, or we might do a mini podcast. We'll figure out something, but unless it's something huge, that's highly unlikely.
Yeah, well, definitely, if something does happen, we'll cover it in the next episode of the podcast.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. But yes, so keep an eye out for E3. We're also excited in general for stuff for E3. I'm kind of excited for what's happening in general for E3. We believe it or not, we have different interests. Not just The World Ends With You. Who would have thought? One of my big interests is drinks. You know, liquids. Big fan of liquids. You know, very good, very great for your body. If you drink certain liquids. Speaking of liquids. Look at this. The World Ends With You fruit punch? ?
I actually discovered what this was.
Oh, did you? Okay, tell us.
I did some digging around on Tower Records website. So, short version, Tower Records is doing a World Ends With You collaboration event because Tower Records is in the game, I guess. That's probably the only reason why. Where they're having basically a pop-up cafe, which are very common in Japan. It's basically a small store where you can get very exclusive stuff from it. They sell exclusive merch, they sell snacks, foods, etc. The thing that we're looking at, the thing that I thought was fruit punch, is actually a ramen that has fruit jelly in it. So it's a soda with fruit in it.
No,
Ramen. Why would we put ramen in a juice? Oh, ramen. Okay, I'm sorry. I got you. Ramen. Yeah, ramen. Yay, ramen. I don't know. I don't know what a ramen is.
It's basically a type of soda.
I see. I understand.
Are you sure?
If you live in Japan and you listen to this podcast, first of all, tweet at us. That would be cool. Second of all, you could go there, I guess. as we come closer to the release date of Neo: The World Ends With You, we're getting more and more excited about the Neo. Did you guys know that there's a sequel to The World Ends With You coming out soon?
Did you know that we have not been screaming about this for weeks?
I mean, I was pretty. I saw it on Twitter earlier. It looks all right.
It looks fine.
Yeah. I mean,
the guy wearing 6 layers of jackets again.
It's just another game.
All the plaid. No more 11 plaid again.
This is good. God, yeah. Just give guys a black jacket. I'll be fine. So, Neo: The World Ends With You. Apparently, it's gone gold. Which what that means is that the game has officially been uploaded up to servers and ready to be downloaded and played, which is good. That means no delays, which means that they've been working on this game for a long ass time. So it's good to hear that. Also, we can see here some of the game sizes. So there's no day one patch. The game is looking like 7.9 gigabytes, which is lighter than most AAA titles these days, I feel.
I still don't think Neo's considered a AAA title for Square.
It will be. It will be.
If it sells like hotcakes, it definitely will be.
We're pushing it to the moon right now. So
speaking of which, please go buy Neo: The World Ends With You right now. I swear to God.
Please.
And don't forget about The World Ends With You as well. Yeah.
Yes, please go buy Final Remix. Go buy Soul Remix. Go find a lost DS copy of TPEWY. Buy all of it.
I will send you an individualized love letter if you buy Neo: The World Ends With You. If you send me your receipt, I'll DM you on Twitter. I'll whisper sweet nothings into your DMs. I know that's what you want. So that's what That's what people want.
That's what people want.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, that was weird. So yeah, moral of the story: buy Neo: The World Ends With You. So yes, that's happening. Also, are we gonna start this? Are we gonna start this early? Are we gonna? You know what? No, we'll leave it till later. Well, we can talk about that a little bit later. Because you know, there's a particular there's a time and place for everything, you know. However, as I mentioned before, this is a very famous fact about me. I mentioned this in the reaction video. I do not read. So of course, when this interview came out, I immediately forwarded it to Neku, being like, "Hey, you read this. You know, I'm busy doing other shit, such as streaming on the twitch.tv/Amadeus_, stream Mondays and Thursdays. You know, I'm busy doing stuff like that, for example."
You know what he forgot to mention when he told me to read this? He forgot to mention it was all Japanese.
Yeah, it's fine. You read Japanese.
I do my best.
Google Translate.
So yeah, come on,
it
nerd.
only does so much.
I know.
Tell me what's in this thing, you massive weeb.
Man, you're going to my legs today.
Yes.
So this interview was actually not of what I would call the core staff of TPEWY. It was of the ED maker, the artist who did the key arts for the ending. And the long and the short of it is this entire interview was mostly them talking about how they got into The World Ends With You, what their experiences were, why they played it, what they did with it, why they played it, etc. It's a very long interview talking about how 14 years ago they fell in love with this game. Anyone else feel old yet? Decade and a half, waiting for a sequel?
I don't know.
No, you're not allowed to feel old. You're young as shit.
I am young as shit.
My your baby. All right.
I literally am. I've only been in this fandom for like 2.5 years.
Yeah, you don't have the painful wait time that I have.
Yeah, I know, and I'm kind of glad for it.
You didn't go through solo remix.
You didn't deal with solo or live remix, actually.
Oh, thank God. That would have killed me. If I had to deal with the first countdown website, I think I would have lost hope a long time ago.
I lost hope the first time I saw it. I was losing my mind. I was like, this is a sequel, and then it wasn't.
Anyway, we just triggered a bunch of PTSD. Let's move on.
Yep. So
Yes.
yeah, it literally is just an interview talking about how they got into the World Ends with You and what inspired them and how they decided to draw the ending. That's literally it.
Thank you, Neku.
Yep.
Thank you. I appreciate you doing that for me.
Not a problem. It's not like I
on-
didn't do it 3 more goddamn times.
Onto today in TPEWY fans literally latch onto any frame of TPEWY in any form of media news.
You can agree with that statement.
Yeah.
In the latest Anime Expo trailer, they showed like a couple of frames of the World Ends with You. We presume this is because, you know, they revealed the anime last year over there. Like there's the poster in the back of last year, and there's a bunch of stuff. And there's I believe the technical name is Waifu. And yeah, there's some stuff, and there's Neku back there, and there's some,
Yep.
you know, and there you go.
A frame,
that's
singular
the news.
frame.
That's the news, everybody. There you go. We got a frame of Neku in an Anime Expo trailer. Why are we covering this? I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't run this ship. Oh, wait.
Yes, you do.
With TPEWY fans, we scream over a single pixel.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't think we won't.
We're desperate for content.
We are. Well, not anymore. We're kind of like...
Yeah, now we're getting a lot of food, and now we can't keep up.
But we still don't want to drop a single drop.
Yeah.
More Neku, more reading.
I know,
More reading
right?
for you. Yeah, who would have
Not
thought?
like I didn't read 4 pages of Japanese to make this shit work.
Yeah, man, you're good.
Right. I'm good.
Excellent
I'm
job.
good. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Excellent job. Talk to me.
So this interview basically has nothing in it. It's the voice actors for Neku and Beat talking about their experiences when they were 16 when they voiced the original game. And it's a really cool cover shot at the top of the webpage that has them standing in Shibuya Square at the opposite, I guess, like the opposite terminals of Shibuya Square.
I would just like to point out. I would just like to casually point out that they're turning 30 this year.
Yep.
Let me just throw that out there.
Yeah, these voice actors have been waiting to do this role for 14 years. They did this when they were 16. How do you get a high-profile Square Enix voice acting job at 16? Somebody tell me. I would love to go back in time and do that.
Yeah, I'd love to like ruin some franchises. I'd love to ruin some things with my voice. What's a Square Enix franchise that I could ruin my voice? Let me think.
Final Fantasy 14.
No, there's another one. It has a Disney themed. I don't know. Mickey Mouse comes to mind. I don't know. I can think of a couple.
Before I smack you with a keyblade, move on.
Fine. I guess I won't have my fun. Oh, what's this? More reading?
Neku. At least this one was in English this time. At least this one was in English.
Yes.
So, Anime Herald did a very, very long version of the TPEWY fandom timeline where they talked about the short of it is the entire history of this franchise is in this news docket. Like how many sales it did, how Final Remix failed to meet expectations, how this game has been in production hell for 8 years. It's the entirety of TPEWY's history in one place outside of like the wikis. So if you want like a quick catch up, this is a great place to do it. Not even a joke. Like, please go read this if you don't know the turmoil that fans have been going through for the last 14 years. It's a solid read. It's a little long because it covers 14 years worth of content. Outside of that, I got nothing.
Thank you. You're right. moving on. Oh, hey, something we've already talked about.
Oops.
And I think that moves us on to more reading? Question mark.
Hey,
there's-
more reading for me in Japanese. Yay!
Holy shit! Why is there no?
There were four different interview dockets I had to read through this episode. I hope you guys enjoy this. I swear to God.
It's okay. We appreciate it. I think.
I think.
We appreciate you, Neku, okay?
Appreciate that. That's all I can say. So this is a Famitsu article. Again, the long and short of it is it's covering the basic knowledge that we already have. It's talking about how the Reaper's game, it runs a little differently because it's more like team battles, which we kind of know from everything that's been happening on the trailers and things that we've watched. The only quote unquote new piece of news is the fact that they do confirm in this that Rendo's ability is to turn back time to change the decisions that he makes. Like it's written here. That's really the only piece of news. I don't remember we ever actually got confirmed outside of like the trailers. So it's nice to see it on paper.
Sure. Yeah.
And they talk about Fret's remind ability, and that's literally it. This entire interview covers everything else we already know. It's talking about the teams, talking about the characters, talking about how pins work, talking about how combat works, talking about a little bit of the history of the game. And yeah. If you guys can't tell, I did a lot of reading. And it was like when we first did the first version of this script, I had to do all of it in like an hour. And I was running on 3 hours of sleep. I was not a happy camper.
Let's just say that the episode notes for this week's podcast have a very colorful language.
I wouldn't mind like having a screenshot of that on Twitter. That would be funny.
I think we should. I think we should tweet that.
I got it.
So, but it's fine. You know, it's fine, everybody. Because it returns again. That's right. My favorite game show and yours. We cry about merch we can't afford. Yay!
Yay!
Oh, what do we have this week, Mr. Amadeus? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's talk about this. Let's talk
so
about
much. There's so much merch again.
Hey, you pre-ordered that first Neku figure thinking that they wouldn't make another one? Nope. Get dunked on, nerd.
Oh my god. I don't know. I think Square finally decided to make the World With You a full-on franchise, you know, giving them a series director and all of that. So they just decided to throw everything at me that I can't buy.
Yep. It's messed up. Messed up for you to do all this when we don't have money, Square. I'm not okay with this. But thank you. I will take out a loan and buy this. Thank you.
Yes.
Yep, take out a nice $5,000 loan. Still can't afford all the merch that I know is confirmed.
This one's actually really cool.
I'm just gonna have to dip into my college savings.
I actually love how this statue looks. No joke.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Like, a statue looks really good, really dynamic posing. The eyes are actually really sharp, and it just has Neku written all over it.
Yep. Really cool. I think that's 10-4 in the back. Actually, I just noticed that. That's 10-4 behind him. Just really neat.
Yep, he's standing in Shibuya Square. If you look below his feet.
Sick. Mai, any thoughts?
I wanted to see it colored.
We'll see it colored.
Yeah, I know.
We will.
Know. But I like it. I like the other one better. Just the one that's I want to say Pop-Up Parade. No, I can't remember. But yeah, I'm just still waiting for a certain figure to be released. So everything else is kind of moot.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure the shooter figure is coming soon.
Yep, absolutely. Can't confirm that.
So another piece of merch is one that we where did it go? It's not here. I lost the link.
Actually, you're in the right place.
There we go. We have 2 OSTs ready, and they're both 30 euros, and they're both on the Square Enix store. So you can buy them now and cry bitter tears. Cry now or buy them now or cry bitter tears.
Yep. It is both the animation and the Neo soundtracks will be available in the next few months.
Yep. Insane. So yeah, that's happening. Oh, they're doing a pop-up shop and it has all unique stuff.
Hey guys, remember when I said I had to read 4 pages of Japanese shit to find things? I lied, it was 5.
Also, I'd just like to point out, Show is with the main squad. Also important.
He's 18.
Hey! Can I just point out that him and Joshua have the same coat, so they probably go to the same school.
You know?
Neku and Beats, they have the same coat. They probably go to the same school.
That's actually a detail I did not notice. That is impressive
cool.
that you got that.
That is I saw something on Twitter mention that. It's really cool. It's really sick. This is a very I can imagine it to be a very you know, Joker Ryuji-esque relationship.
I can see that.
That's
you know, Joker throwing Ryuji into a taboo noise pit. That would not be in character.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think that'll be extremely in character. But look at them, they're so cute.
I love those.
I actually love this key art.
Yeah, Neku just has like a bunch of scarves, and I'm here for it because you know he hates his neck, I guess.
I like this neck design a lot, except what are those? I hate those shoes.
Those are his shoes.
Yes, but I hate it on this outfit. They don't go. I hate it on this outfit.
He's
That's
like,
fair.
I must wear JFDM with all my outfits.
Yes, he must. I agree with him.
You could wear cool sneakers. It's just, I don't know. It just doesn't work with those shoes, man.
Anyways, this is the Shibuya Modi pop-up shop. It is a place that has more stuff like pins and acrylic stands and more badges and more acrylic stands and keychains and clear files and stainless steel mugs that you can't import. Oh, it also has a prize pool, by the way, that has a really big acrylic board that has all of the key arts on it.
This ends this episode of Weekend the Fort Murder.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Are you okay, boss?
No, he's not.
No. I want to buy it. I want to buy all of it. But it's okay. But it's okay. Because we did have we have one more thing to talk about before we go on to episode 9. Before we do that, Neku, you know what, Neku? I think I hear your ferrets in the back. I think they're burrowing through the wall. I think you should go check on the ferrets real quick.
What? Holy what?
Check
Hold
on
on.
that.
Wait.
Yeah, Mike, come close. Mike, come close.
Yeah.
Okay,
we need to talk about this gameplay before Neku comes back.
Yeah.
It's okay. So we can't spoil it though for the people. We shouldn't spoil it. So we got gameplay trailers. Again, we're not gonna spoil it. What should we say? So here's what I'm gonna say. And I don't want to. First of all, so basically, I could talk about what they kind of showed. They showed the first 2 hours of gameplay. So basically, what they did is that these reviewers played the first 2 hours of the game, and then Square Enix sent them a bunch of footage, and they sent it out to all these outlets, and all these outlets sort of edited around the footage and talked about the stuff in the game in their own way. They did reveal quite a bit. There's a lot we learned about the game from this stuff. But all I will personally say about it, if you want to know exactly what they did and see what we actually thought about it and see me scream about it, again, watch the reaction video. It's on the TPEWY channel.
About it. I was there too.
You were there. Yes, I was getting to that part. You're the most important element of the video, Mai.
Wow.
Did you forget the most important part? But yes, hashtag TPEWY reacts on YouTube should pop that video up for you. Pretty handy. But yeah, we should see it. I mean, what were your impressions of it, Mai, without spoiling anything?
I like it. I like button mashing. There definitely is gonna still be some, combos and like actual skill and tactics that you will be able to make and think about. But it also does cater to me, who just is mostly here for plot, where I just want to button mash and get through it.
See, I'm the exact opposite. I'm all about the gameplay. I'm all about it, and I'm not gonna talk about why it's super hype, but I'm really happy when this game is in motion and when things are moving. And it looks so sick. It looks so like I used to have worries about the gameplay. I don't have them anymore. Cause God, it's so good. Everything about this gameplay is super good. Dude, I can't talk about it, but the music, man.
Oh yeah, that was my favorite part.
The music was unreal. There were some returning tracks. There was some new stuff. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Remixes.
It's I don't know what to say without spoiling it, but it's ridiculous. God, it's so good. Oh God. I don't know. I don't know what to say without spoiling it. All I'm gonna say is I'm more hyped to play the game now than ever. I just watch the video. There's nothing I can say now, but please, if you're interested and you don't mind seeing just a couple of extra details about the game before the game comes out, please watch it. Any final comments?
No, I'm just so hyped.
Yeah.
I know we're talking about like possibly getting another trailer at E3. I think there's not really much to show us, except I guess like they could just expand and see, because I'm sure that there's still even more aspects of the gameplay that we don't know. But I feel like if there is gonna be more, it's gonna be in like a different part of the game. Because like with the World Ends With You, they didn't bring in Tinpin until week 2.
Yes,
and that was an aspect of the game. So there's probably still a bunch of parts of the game and game mechanics that we won't get until later on in the game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of extra stuff that we aren't seeing. I mean, this is a 50-hour game, and it sounds like they're like jam packing it with content. So there is gonna be a lot of like secret and like small nuanced stuff that hasn't been mentioned yet.
Imagine if Tinpin came back.
Yes. Also, I wanna clear up something now, actually, before Neku comes back. Because I just saw this on Twitter, and I want to clear something up. Some people are posting on Twitter thinking they got spoiled because of something that was said in the IGN gameplay. I'm willing to put money on the fact that they're wrong. Because they said another thing in that trailer, in that gameplay, that was also extremely questionable. So I wouldn't take anything that IGN says in that video to their word about the story.
You really shouldn't listen to IGN at all, really. They're not really great.
Yeah, so I don't think people who were on that thinking they got spoiled, I wouldn't worry too much about that.
And even if it does end up to be an actual spoiler, that's literally the first 2 hours of the game. There's so much more to look forward to with the game.
Guys, you wouldn't believe it. There is not a ferret-sized hole in my wall, but a me-sized hole, because somehow they pushed me in it.
Oh! Did you get a contractor to fix that shit?
I'm trying. I'm trying my best.
Do you need my contractor? We're still having our house renovated.
Yes, please send them all the way up here.
Yeah, I'll send them over.
Okay.
If you bake for him.
So what did you guys talk about while I was gone for 10 minutes?
Oh, we talked about the fact that they showed the final boss in the gameplay trailer that we.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Never mind. I'm always serious, especially when we're talking about episode 9 of the anime. Boom, boom traditions, boom segues, boom. I'm so good.
See, it was good, and then you ruined it.
I'm so good. No, shut up. It's fine. We are in business. Moving on here. We're gonna talk about episode 9 of the anime, my dudes.
It's time.
Now, look at my notes here. The first note I wrote down was pain. I don't remember why I wrote that down.
Audible pain? I don't doubt it.
Because it's
oh my god, I remember now. Never mind.
Yeah, just me too.
Oh no.
You all try to repress it because we're all just so depressed.
Oh no. So who wants to talk about depression first?
I will. So they animated the scene where Beat and Rhyme die. And it just hurt.
Oh no.
She was just standing there and then a car just comes out of nowhere. I thought they would be like crossing the street or something. No.
Nope.
No.
The
Out of
car
control
swerved.
drunk drivers, man.
The car swerved and took aim at her, almost like the car was a shark swimming
I
through the
swear
water
to God.
and getting. You know,
Also, there actually is one other point of pain that Miy may have forgotten.
Hmm?
At the very beginning of the episode, they show 777's choker on the ground.
I repressed
do.
that.
yeah, why would you remind her?
I repressed that. What a smooth response.
It's a good response. But yeah, Rhyme fucking dies again. Well, I guess they both died in that scene. So, you know, that's fun, nice, lighthearted way to open up the episode. Thank you. I appreciate that shit. However, we do get... Oh, yeah. What is it with this game? What is it with this anime and just making the biggest revelations in the most casual way? It never ceases to make me laugh. Week 1, day whatever. Oh, I can't wait to meet Eri when I come back to life.
Wait, we're dead. Wait, what? We're dead.
What?
We're dead. Wait.
What?
And then in this episode, man, it really sucks that Rhyme, my sister, died again.
Wait. What about Rhyme? What about Rhyme's your what now? What?
So, you know, first of all, to any of you people who were watching the anime and didn't play the game and started shipping Beat and Rhyme, rip. Second of all, yeah, it was just super casually brought up, like it wasn't even a big deal. So, you know,
It's so weird how every single time this anime decides to drop a big piece of information, it is just a casual slide of the conversation to be like, hey, she's dead and she was my sister. And Neku goes, excuse you? I could have known this before.
yeah, it just hasn't come up. What, he's gonna tell you when he was a Reaper? No chance.
No, you could have told me in like the second week.
Nah, fam. Too easy. However, you can continue, Neku, talking about Neku and just his attempt at comforting Beat.
Neku's finally coming full circle. He's finally doing things because he cares. He's like, hey man, you're an idiot.
But
And
you're
Beat goes,
my
"What?"
idiot.
Exactly. He goes, but I need you to keep being an idiot because you're my idiot and it's what you're good at. And Beat's just like, thanks, man. I really appreciate that.
It's so
I'm like,
sweet.
Yeah, I know.
It's so sweet, but the first thing he says is, you're an idiot. And he's sitting there smiling as he says it. I will not say I did not laugh at that. That was hysterical to me.
Man, that entire moment was so sweet. They're such bros. This is one thing. Their friendship is way more believable here than it is in the game.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is just, again, Beat seems to be like just the biggest benefactor from this anime. It's just, he gets so much character development. It's these sweet moments. They're such good friends, dude. Look at them all. It hurts. Well, it hurts in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that right, Mai?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hurts. It hurts. But I love them.
It's so
They're
cool.
honestly like just bro fisting whenever they can. It's great.
They really are.
It is.
They're using whatever possible.
It is the best thing ever.
This is such
Also,
a bro week.
I didn't think I've ever laughed as hard as whatever. First of all, Neku trying to be stealthy and getting past the Reapers, that's new. He's never tried to take on that tactic in the game. Second of all, B just trying to hide himself by pulling his beanie down a little bit cracked me up.
That cracked me up too.
That was hilarious.
It's just something about it. Something about it is super good. Ooh, you know what, Mr. Lore Buff Neku, you can talk about this next point.
So something in the game that was always so interesting to me is when people start getting their minds taken over, you could scan them, but you would only get to write the countless wrong of our days. You would only get the mind control phase. In this open, straight stop scanning people.
Yeah.
Like, it's like they're players. I feel like this is something that did happen in the game, but I don't fully remember it. But I swear it was not this obvious.
Mm-hmm.
In the game, I remember it's just like when they didn't have like this whole like you couldn't scan them thing. It was you scanned them, and the only thing you got was to write the countless wrongs of our days. And the thing that was most noticeable, which I think that they're hinting at with this, trying to without making them stop in the middle of the street, is that in the game people stopped moving.
Yeah.
You'll just see people standing around instead of walking around, and that was.
And they won't move for days.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a wonderful world that would be. What a wonderful that would be.
I have to say this here. I have been waiting for someone to start that on our Twitter so that one of us can immediately make it like our next tweet, and it just spreads in the community.
Nah.
Whenever, okay.
I already have my reply image to that one ready. I'm just waiting for somebody to tweet it at us, and I already know what I'm about to respond with.
Tweet us at TPEWY PR and TPEWY_PR.
Man, there's been a lot of plugs. There's been a lot of plugs in this podcast, and they were mostly me. I'm sorry.
It's been fun.
It's been okay.
Well, just like anyway, whenever TPEWY, the TPEWY account keeps posting, all the comments are to write the countless wrongs of our day.
It's pretty good. It's really good. I like it a lot.
Dude, we had it in our Patreon part of our Discord, and the first thing I said was, we are not doing this here. Quarantine this man.
Did you just mention a Patreon Discord? What's that about, Neku? Tell me more about this product.
Another plug.
Another plug. I actually didn't mean for this one to happen. So if you pledge,
tell me more about this product.
If you pledge $5 to our Patreon, patreon.com/TPEWY, you actually get access to the higher plane on our Discord, where you can talk to us directly all day, every day. Please come join us. It is very fun and very loud.
Oh my God. Can you suggest topics and talk to us directly and have general influence over the podcast over there?
Absolutely, host Ahmed. What else can you do?
Wow. How much say it was again?
$5.
What a steal. Will I also get my name mentioned in the end slate and the start sheet of every episode to show how cool of a supporter I am?
Absolutely.
That's insane. Next, you're going to tell me that there's some sort of goal for Patreons, and we might do something cool if we hit that goal.
Well, we might.
Happen.
Yeah, we fucking will.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah. If we hit 25, we're gonna do a lot more cool shit, like
Insane.
Game nights.
Is that even legal?
Probably.
I think this show segment going on for 5 minutes is not legal.
It's It's fine. We weren't talking about anything important. Oh wait, the anime. Oops.
Speaking of oops,
Yeah. Oh,
Oops, all fire pins.
again.
Yay.
so many goddamn fire pins. I'm still actually annoyed by this.
Mm-hmm. He's not even
Man.
using lightning anymore. You know, one of my favorite pins is Earth Shatter. Like, I just want him to, like, just shake up the earth and stun all the people around him, okay?
I just want him to drop a rock on a fool. Is that too much to ask?
Like, shoot some bullets, drop a rock, do something else but throw fire around.
Please.
I love firebending, okay? But this is a little much.
I always knew you'd like Zuko. I always knew you'd be a Zuko fan. God damn it.
Shut up!
God damn it. You're so
Oh.
Oh.
He has a fantastic character arc, okay? You can't argue with me on that.
I agree with her on that. He does have the best character arc in the show.
He is there.
Yeah,
Fine.
okay.
Fine, I'll
Shush.
concede that one. So, there are other combat stuff in this anime that were cool though. We got level 2 and level 3 fusion attacks. Yay! Level 3 fusion was actually really cool. I actually like the way I really like the way they did the wave. It was super neat. Also, chains are just one of his attacks now? Question mark?
Yeah, he just has them.
It just comes out of his skateboard.
Yeah, it's just they're just kind of there, and then they come.
Oh,
He
it was
literally goes,
cool.
"Hey, I don't have to sync with you. Use a lightning pin." And finally, we got something other than a goddamn fire pin for the first time in like 6 episodes.
It's true.
It was
However-
a cool thing that they did, though.
Oh, I loved it. I
Mhm.
absolutely loved it. Like chains and lightning and killing all of them in one shot.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So we want more of that in this anime, I guess, is what we're looking for. More of that
Yep.
kind of thing. Also, this is where the Karya Uzuki fight happens. I think this fight is really good. I think it's up there with like the boss fight. It's not quite as good as Show's fight, but it's up there. Like it's in that higher tier of fights to me.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of shows a little bit of them working together. Shows level 3 fusion attack. That's pretty all right. That's pretty cool. Could have been a little bit better, maybe, but I enjoyed it.
I liked it, but I was upset that they got rid of one of my favorite moments in this entire game. The tag. Okay? Azuki just complaining about them being terrible at tag, and then Neku just comes up and is like, tag. And she's like, what? You're like, you're
Yes.
it. Literally one of my favorite scenes.
What was it? Reaper Sport 4, I think it was?
Yeah, Reaper Spurt 4.
Sport.
Spurt.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then they
you're
also
right.
got-
I forgot about that moment.
That
That
was
was a
a-
good moment.
That was a
so
very
funny.
character-filled day. And
Mhm.
the capstone, it was just him going, tag. And her to get pissed off enough to just fight him.
Yeah.
It's
And then they
good.
also got rid of the whole box challenge that Karya did.
That was a lot of filler in the game, in my opinion.
Yeah. What I do like about it is that it, like, Karya makes this whole challenge. Like, Uzuki, like, the best that she could think of was tag. And Karya makes this whole thing with a box and, like, scanning for noise and getting the correct sequence of noise erased that matched with the box to open it. And there's also, like, the whole funny stuff with Beat just wanting to press the button.
Yep.
But, yeah, like, it's just, like, it adds to Karya a little bit because he's very clever. He knows a lot more than he lets on. Actually, no, he lets on a lot. You just one look at the man, you know he knows a lot and just does not say anything. Because he is super powerful, but he doesn't try. And so, I don't know, I love Karya. He's one of my favorite characters in this game, actually.
Going to be
Yes, we did.
terrified of Neo when Karya actually goes serious.
Yeah, that is. I'm excited though.
It's gonna be crazy. But moving on. So, refresh my memory. Do they offer rhyme to them in the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, you know, they get catfished by Kunoichi for not giving them the real rhyme. And then Akari and Uzuki have a kind of a heart-to-heart about stuff, about how authority doesn't really seem to respect them, and about how Karya wanting to be lowered down isn't just about him being lazy, it's about him also loving Shibuya and wanting to just be around it and not be stuck up in the diplomacy of it all. I really
He
respect
loves
that. I
being
like
on
that
the
shit.
ground. He's
Yeah.
definitely a city dweller, and it's actually great for him and Uzuki to have this moment of he's like, I don't want to go up because then I'll never be here again, where I want to be.
That's true. Yes. Any comments on that? Oh, did we mention the hot dog scene? I thought we mentioned the hot dog scene. Also,
I was
Uzuki
about to say the funniest moment in this episode was when Uzuki just shoved a hot dog in Akari's mouth.
Pretty good.
I was not expecting that. Oh, that poor man. First she like puts mustard on it, and then she goes and just shoves it in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Thank you, Uzuki.
I love Team Rocket.
Pretty good.
Except one of them was competent in this situation.
And then we have one of my favorite moments in the entire anime, which is it's just such a me thing to do. Just Mi's like, yeah, get hype, yeah, Gambaruzo! And then Neku's just like,
Gambaruzo.
it's just, it's so good. I love it so much.
It is such a character moment, and it shows that they are in tune with these characters. And I could not stop laughing at this moment because I was like, that is such a Neku response to Beat screaming in the middle of the street.
Yeah. So true. Mai, do you want to talk about this next point?
Hanakoma just shows up and resurrects someone.
Oh,
someone.
He does? What character does he resurrect again? Who comes back to the anime?
An incompetent one who couldn't even draw it correctly.
Oh, okay.
That's not a name, Mai. We need a name or a description.
We need a name. I think it's really like I don't understand what you're saying.
His name is Pieface, and he's a math fetishist.
Wait, I only
She's
know one
not
person.
wrong.
Hold on a second. I only know one person who's a math fetish. Show is back, baby. He's back in the building. He came out of the graffiti. He doesn't give a damn. You thought you could bring him down? No, we back in the building. He's back.
I was about to say copyright problems, but I guess not.
He's back in the building, and I couldn't be happier. He is more angry than ever. He is showing more torso than ever. My man is ready to do some math. You thought you could take him down? No. No, you can't. He's too good. And where's Joshua? Nowhere to be seen. That's right. Nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, well, he'll have his moment.
No, he won't. He's never coming back. He's never. Ever.
Poor Neku, though. He has this whole scene where he, just like in the game, but he's freaking out more here in the anime, just connecting all these dots with the composer and Kat. He's like, but Hanakoma can't be the composer. Please, no. Please, no. Poor Neku.
Poor Neku, indeed.
And then it just, like, eggs everyone on who's watching this for the first time with Hanakoma bringing back show.
What a guy. Well, when you thought Hanekoma could not get any better, he brings them back.
Yeah, well, Hanekoma's only bringing him back because he needs to use him. So.
Bring him back. He's the best character in the game. Shemai. I don't know how many times I've
Okay,
told you
whatever
this.
helps you sleep at night.
You know what? It does. I'm sitting over here comfy. Real nice with my bath pillow. I'm sitting parallel and shit.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I'm happy for me too.
Only for him.
Yeah. Wow, what a show response.
Neku, how did you? What did you feel about that situation?
Neku having a mini heart attack about the fact that Cat might be the composer was the best thing I have seen in a while. It was just a good scene. Like as the dots started connecting in his head, he was like, "No, this can't be right."
Mm-hmm.
I as weird as it's gonna sound, I love watching Neku have dramatic character moments because it shows that he has grown and he's thinking.
Yeah. Really cool. It's really cool. It's really cool to see. I think the last note we have to talk about this episode was, I think at this point in the game, Beat's hands start disappearing and stuff.
Oh yeah, he starts going see-through.
Mm-hmm.
But it hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm, yeah, in the game, he didn't get enough points, so Konishi is like, you only have 7 days until you get erased because you didn't earn enough points during your time as a Reaper. And so he starts disappearing, and that's not a thing in the anime. And I'm sure that they just took it out because it wasn't extremely necessary. And to be honest, even in the game, it kind of added to more of like to make it more urgent. But I don't think we're gonna get that whole Beat freak out mental breakdown that we get in the game on day 7. But something that was always weird with me on day 7 is that his hands start disappearing on, I think, day 6, but he's like fine on day 7.
It's super weird. It's
weird.
really inconsistent. I think it was just something they wanted to avoid.
Yeah.
Because that's a question of, how was he fighting without hands? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But no, I understand that. I don't mind that being omitted too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna miss the whole mental breakdown, panic attack.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very funny moment in the game. Just seeing him go through all the sprites.
Oh,
like, it's literally him going through every single sprite out of panic. I can't wait to see how they're gonna do it.
I really hope they do. I really hope they do that shit justice because I love that. I love that shit. But that is everything we had to say about episode 9. 7.
Oh,
7 is the podcast. 9 is the anime.
Yeah, I can count.
It's not surprising that me, the show fan, got it right. I'm just saying. But I think this was I like this episode more than the last one. We got some really good B moments. We had a pretty decent fight. A lot of fun moments too. It was a fun episode. I like this episode a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys feel about it?
I think I liked episode 8 more than 9. But I find myself laughing more in this episode. Because I liked episode 8 because it was very true to the game, it was just like I saw more of the game being animated more so than added moments, and I don't know, I like a lot of these added moments that they're adding in, but it's just sometimes nice to see like a direct adaptation.
Yeah. Good point.
When it comes to the direct adaptation part, this definitely was the first time we had something that was really close to the game, in my opinion. And at first, it felt weird. And as I went back and watched it again, I was like, okay, it makes sense why they did this. The pacing problem is a lot less apparent when you watch it twice, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. But yeah, no, overall overall, a strong episode overall.
Something I did like in this episode, though, well, I think my biggest one was that they changed day 4. Day 3 and 4, but it's understandable. Because that was just Izuki's challenge and then Karya's challenge. But they replaced it with this whole thing with Eri. That's what I do really like, is that they're giving Eri more of a focus throughout the entirety of the anime. In the game, we only see her during week 1, so it's really cool to see her in week 2 and in week 3.
They're using her as a tool to remind us, the audience, that Neku has something to continue to fight for. So you just have to say every 5 seconds, which is great.
100% true.
But yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think we've said all we need to say here.
I think we're done here.
Yeah.
I think we're done here. Next week's episode is going to be pretty hot. We have red pins. We have stuff going on. We're kind of reaching. We're gonna get into the end of the anime, basically.
Yeah. Next week we're gonna be talking about probably the finale of Base Game.
Yeah.
Next episode for us, absolutely, and then we will also be on the lookout for the 12th episode, unless they somehow split the last 2 days into 3 episodes. In which case, I'll be like, why?
Yeah, because they have to do a new day. I'm guessing episode 12 is a new day.
That's what I want to happen. I want to get more clarification on a new day.
Yeah.
But yes, I really can't wait to see how they're gonna work in the fun remake stuff. I also kind of want to see how different the finale is gonna be, because, like, again, for example, what happened in week 1 with Megumi being wild and doing that stuff at the beginning, that was never revisited, and like something that different from the anime has not really happened for a while, so. I can anticipate stuff is gonna get a little bit more crazy from here on out.
Yeah.
But we will be keeping up with the crazy, especially when we are back on stream with a new time. We are going to be streaming an hour later from now on. We are going to go. Our next episode will be on the 19th of June. And we will be streaming starting 9 p.m. GMT and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 1 hour later than the usual time. But I think this time kind of works out better for everyone involved. It works out better for my Neku. And it's a little bit later in the day, so people can catch it, hopefully, if you live in the Americas. And that's about it from us, you guys. Is there any final comments, concerns, anything you guys want to bring up before we call it?
All that I can say is thank you so much for all your patience. I know our last attempt to do this episode was an absolute nightmare for everybody involved. So thank you for coming back and watching us, even if we're not doing it live.
Yes, of course. This was a unique circumstance. Saturday was a day from hell in regards to trying to stream it. So we resorted to doing this one time. We might sometimes, if our schedules are really conflicting, we might have to do this again. We're recording in advance and just upload it on Monday, but we will definitely try to be as live as often as possible. But yeah, so one more time, if you want to follow us on all of our things and see what we're doing, follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/TPEWY_PR. If you want to support us on Patreon, $5, not all money, and helps us cover our costs and help us get some more cool stuff for you guys. That's patreon.com/TPEWY. If you want to support our good artist, Floral Laurel, it's Floral Laurel on Twitter, and you can see that in the video. It's on screen there. She's currently has her commissions open, so if you want some more amazing sprites like the ones we have here, hit her up. She's super good, super responsive. She's fantastic. Go send her some love. And you can catch Miy on the Twitter. Neku, where can people catch you, Miy? Is it just on the Twitter, or is there other places you can catch you?
Just on the Twitter, yeah.
Cool. Also on the Discord.
Yeah, Discord too. I'm always open for DMs if you want to talk.
Neku, where can people catch you, my friend?
Mostly you can find me on Twitter, where I will be screaming about the fact that I am programming and in hell. And also you'll be able to find me on the Podcast Sense with You Discord a lot. I'm usually there.
Cool. And I'm, of course, Amadeus _, twitch.tv/Amadeus _ on Twitter. Sorry, on Twitch, not Twitter. I'm Rock Me Amadeus on Twitter. And I am Amadeus _ on Twitch. I stream TPEWY on Mondays right now. I'm also commentating some Guilty Gear on Sunday if you're in any way interested. And yes, that's been us, you guys. We'll see you guys on the 19th of June. Goodbye.
Bye everybody.
I was serious about Sora though. His hair really does look stupid.